Hello, everybody. My name is Graham Elwood, and you are watching The Political Vigilante, now with more Bitcoin. We took away the PV logo and put away, you can support our show with Bitcoin. That is an on-chain address. If you want a Lightning address, I can put that up in a little bit as well. Thank you for supporting what we do. We are taking the Political Vigilante, don't like both party political system. We don't like the central banks, and we're just still going to talk about that, but it's going to be all more Bitcoin-y, Bitcoin focused. When I first started doing this, talking about Bitcoin about 4 or 5 years ago, I was talking about Bitcoin and crypto together. I hadn't gotten educated yet on the fact that Bitcoin is a commodity. Bitcoin is digital gold, and the altcoins are like stocks, which mean, could you make money on them? Yeah, maybe, but a lot of them are scams. We talked about this a lot when I guest hosted the Orange Pill podcast. We just referred to them as shitcoins. So now what's happening, what is interesting, institutional money and the media outlets that surround institutional money are starting to figure this out as well. Because here is an article in Forbes, pretty entrenched in the fiat central bank money system, Forbes is. And look what they just came up with. 20 zombie tokens valued at $1 billion. What you should know. Well, this is interesting, folks. So this was in, Forbes list, right? So Forbes identifies 20 cryptocurrencies with high valuations, but little real world use, calling them zombie coins. We would call them shit coins. These cryptocurrencies are mainly used for speculative trading and haven't been widely adopted for actual payments. Some people say, well, Graham, how do you use Bitcoin? I mean, it's just kind of an asset. It's a store of value. Well, you need to go to El Salvador or other Bitcoin bubbles throughout the world where there are circular economies. And these circular economies are popping up in Costa Rica, in Guatemala, the Philippines, other parts of Asia and African countries. They are popping up everywhere. Forbes report raises concerns about the overvaluation of some cryptocurrencies and the viability of projects without clear, practical applications. Forbes listed 20 zombie coins, calling them good-for-nothing blockchains. They are unproven and have little utility other than speculative crypto trading. Among them are XRP, Cardano. I'm allergic to shitcoins. BCH, which is Bitcoin Cash. Litecoin, I just got rid of that right before the halving. I went through, I had a cold wallet, and, I had a couple of tokens on this cold wallet, and one of them was Litecoin. And I was like, bye. I don't even care what it's worth. And I converted it to Bitcoin right before the halving, just to increase my Bitcoin position. Because I was like, I'm like, if you don't have a lot of cash, but you have altcoins, I'm telling you, convert them to Bitcoin. Because even if you're at a loss now, which I think what I paid for the Litecoin, I think I was probably at a little bit of a loss. But I went, eventually I'll get this back when Bitcoin does the 4x. So we just talked about this. Bitcoin current price today is about $63,000, $64,000. If you take $64,000, so the last halving, after the last halving, Bitcoin went on an 8x. The halving before that, a 10x, and the halving before that, a 20x. So let's say this halving that we just had, in the next 12 months, Bitcoin goes on a 4x. Not even an 8x. Let's go conservative and say it's a 4x. 64,000 times 4 is $256,000. So that means take your altcoin, convert it to Bitcoin, and it'll 4x. And I guarantee you'll probably get your money back, right? It's not financial advice, folks, but I'm just telling you, this is what I did. But all these coins that I remember 4 or 5 years ago, people going, oh, Cardano and XRP and blah, blah, blah. And you saw these people pushing these coins. You got to understand that now Forbes is saying they don't have a real world use. Now, Forbes may clearly have an agenda, but maybe Forbes' agenda is they just bought a bunch of Bitcoin. I don't know. But it really backs up the things that we talked a lot about when I was doing Orange Pill with Max and Stacy. You talk about the shit coins and their scams. And when we go into a bull run like we're going into now, people come in who don't know much about it and they think Bitcoin and crypto are the same. And then they think, well, I'm going to buy Bitcoin, but oh man, it's 60 some $1,000, but I can get this other crappy coin for $1, $5. So I'll have more of these coins and these coins will go up in value just like Bitcoin. That is wrong. You need to understand the fundamentals. You need to understand that there's only ever going to be 21 million Bitcoin ever made. And these altcoins, hundreds of millions, so you really need to understand the fundamentals. And I'd say just buy people now, what do you think about this coin at that point? I say, just buy Bitcoin and hold on to it. That's it. So Litecoin, ICP, ETC, XLM, STX, CAS, Theta, FTM, XMR, Algo, Flow. I don't even know what half of these shit coins are. Despite high valuations, these tokens face questions about real world adoption. Are they truly alive? Crypto zombies rising from the grave. Forbes comprehensive report highlighted 20 zombie blockchains within the cryptocurrency market, including Ripple's XRP and Ethereum Classic. Despite their high market valuations, these cryptocurrencies demonstrate minimal real-world utility and user adoption. Forbes didn't hold back, even flagging Ripple Labs, the force behind XRP, as a major player in the world of crypto zombies. Despite XRP's whopping 2 billion daily trading volume, Forbes argues its main purpose remains speculative, lacking real-world usefulness. Forbes report also reveals a startling fact. There are 50 blockchains valued at over 1 billion each, excluding Bitcoin and Ethereum. Out of these, at least 20 are labeled functional zombies, boasting a combined market value of 116 billion, but are they truly alive in any meaningful sense? Grim reality checks. Diving deeper, Forbes highlighted Ethereum Classic, Tezos, and Algorand, among others. Despite their huge market caps, doubts arise when you look at their earnings. For example, Ethereum Classic only generated around $41,000 in fees in 2023, a far cry from its $4.6 billion market value. Pump and dump. They are looking to dump these coins, man. These owners, the people who created these coins, have a bunch of them, I'm sure, on their wallets, and they are ready to pump the price up and then sell at the top. Here's a good thing to test, right? Is if you're investigating, first of all, I wouldn't buy any altcoins. But here's how you invest it. Go look at these altcoins and you'll see they only have one pump. They did it once. Bitcoin has been going up steadily like that. It has pullbacks. Last month, we hit an all-time high of 73,700. Now we're at 63, 64,000. So that's a pullback. It's a $10,000 pullback, right? That's like a 13, 14% pullback, maybe. Almost, yeah, that's like a 15% pullback roughly. But it still keeps going up. So when you look at these altcoins, look at their all-time chart, and you'll literally see it go up once and then down, and it's never recovered. It's never recovered, which means it's pump and dump. This is why I'm a Bitcoin maxi. I don't want to see any of you who are new into the space get scammed, and they're going to promise you staking rewards and 5% and all this stuff. Buy Bitcoin, hold it. Get it off the exchanges, put it on a cold wallet, and just sit tight. You will make your money back, and it'll be a store of value. And as Michael Saylor said, don't sell it, don't sell it, don't sell it. But let us read more from the good people at Forbes. Tezos, one of these in 2017, now faces a market cap of 1.2 billion with fee earnings of just 177,000 in 2023. Algorand, once seen as Ethereum's rival, tells a similar story. Fees totaling only 63,000 despite its 2 billion market cap and a $500 million treasury. That is insane. ETC is Ethereum Classic. All right. The term zombie blockchains perfectly describes these projects, stumbling forward in the crypto world with little to show for their existence. Among them, Ripple's XRP stands out. Initially positioned as a disruptor, but now struggling to break free from its speculative image. Forbes analysis highlights a troubling trend, the growing divide between market value and real-world usefulness in the crypto space. It raises important questions about projects like Tezos and Cardano, once hailed as Ethereum successors, but now facing hurdles in gaining widespread acceptance. Operating without regulation or strong governance structures poses risks, as Ethereum Classic's post-security breach struggles show. Forbes' warning serves as a reminder of the precarious position these cryptocurrencies find themselves in, balancing on the edge of obscurity due to the mismatch between valuation and actual utility. So, this means it's the thing we've been talking about. And this is why, and what some people are going to read this who don't understand, they're going to say, yeah, Forbes just said all the Bitcoin and everything's a scam. That's not what that article says. It calls out the altcoins. Because the Bitcoin network, the Bitcoin blockchain network is fine because it can't be manipulated. It can't be overrun. They can't do it. That is why Bitcoin is superior. Ethereum, if it's on Amazon servers, the federal government could just call up Amazon and go, shut it down. Bing, done. It's done. You can support our show with Bitcoin right there. Follow the money, connect the dots, get the truth. What these altcoins are doing is scams. Remember early 2000, the .com bubble? And you had we got a new website, and they would pump it up. They do some IPO and pump the stock price up when they released it and sell it off and run. And the website did nothing. It was just pump and dump scams. That's what these altcoins are. They're pump and dump scams. Follow the money, connect the dots, get the truth. Even when it's painful to swallow. I was like, oh, these cryptocurrencies, when I first got in with it, no, it's okay. A lot of people in the Bitcoin space did that. We all came in first and bought a bunch of altcoins and thought, well, we're going to buy this coin at 5 cents. It's going to go to 10,000 and I'm going to be a multimillionaire. It's a scam. Buy Bitcoin. Hang on to it. And shave your knuckles for justice.